Welcome back, everybody. My name is BluJay, and we are back at the Reverb Outpost. Now check this out. To start today's episode, I've got a little bit of a tour to show you. This is something that I've done off camera this week. I've been pretty busy with work, and so I haven't really had time to record much. I definitely didn't get around to a Unity episode this week, so I apologize for that, but we've got a new area that we're going to be working on today. We went ahead and did a tunnel and a little kind of spiral staircase down into another tunnel into this area. And let me tell you about what we're going to be doing today. A couple of quick little projects, but very, very, very important projects. This area over here is going to be our Patron Armory. And we'll get to that again in a second. This area is going to be our subscriber barracks. So there are two different rooms that we're going to be working on. We'll go ahead and start carving these out, and I'll tell you about both of those rooms. So the Patron Armory is basically going to be the place where I am able to recognize for the duration of this Let's Play, however long this season goes on. It's how I can recognize patrons who have supported the channel through Patreon. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a way that you can support financially any kind of content creator that you might find on Patreon. A lot of like Minecraft YouTubers use it. A lot of like YouTubers in general use it as a source of income. That's what they live off of if it's their full-time job. But I've got a Patreon, and I've got a few patrons that have so graciously been able to support the channel for the last couple of months. And then on the other side, the Barracks is going to be for active subscribers that I just want to give them some recognition as well. So if you're an active subscriber, basically what that's going to be, the Barracks is going to be like a bunk bed and a chest, and you'll be able to have your name inserted into the world as well. So that's what we're going to be working on today. Just a couple of quick projects, like I said, but very, very important. I wanted to get these done as soon as possible, and we're already 11 episodes into the series, and so I'm thinking it's about time. We need to get this done, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be digging this out for a couple of minutes and getting everything set up here, and I'll come back to you when we're ready to do a little bit more work. Alright guys, we've got a little bit of work done here, and it's looking pretty bland. But we're going to spruce it up with some of this cobblestone walls right here. And we've got a pretty endless supply of cobblestone. We're never going to run out. And if you guys ever download this world, whenever we get around to a world download, which we will talk about here in just a second, be sure to use the texture pack that's included with that world download, because I will include the custom textures that I have made, which include the glowstone and the cobblestone. The world just won't look quite right if you're using regular cobble. It'll look way too gray, way too medieval looking, and this is supposed to be like sci-fi, modern, flat kind of stuff. So be sure to use that texture pack. It will be included with the world download. So speaking of world download, I've had that question come up multiple times over the last several episodes. A lot of you guys are wondering when we're going to get around to that. And we are 11 episodes in, as I mentioned earlier, so it is about time to start thinking about that. What I think I'm going to do, the first season of my Let's Play, I waited until 20 episodes, but I'm feeling pretty good about the amount of progress that we've got done on this world so far. We've got our starter shelter, the snow cave, you know, fully equipped with a storage room and a starter farm and our enchanting area and a mine and all of that. And we have got a pretty decent amount of progress done on our main base so far. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable with saying that we will do a world download around episode 15, if not on episode 15. So be sure to look out for that. I think that's when that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure episode 15 is going to be the one. It won't be any later than that, but it probably won't be any earlier than that either. So we've still got a few episodes left to do yet before we get to the world download, but it is coming soon. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be here before you know it. And the patron room and the subscriber room, these two places are, you know, they're really important, and I really wanted to get those done before the world download was released, so that, you know, when you guys download it, you can take a look around in here and see the people who have, you know, either made this world possible or who have just been so supportive and excited about the YouTube channel that they've commented a lot and been active in the community. So these are two important rooms that I wanted to get done before that first world download. So that is coming soon, but it's still a few more episodes out yet. So if you were curious about that, I just wanted to get that out on the table and answer that question for you guys, just so you weren't wondering anymore. Okay, so we've basically got the structure of the armory finished, and I added in some of this light blue concrete, so that we've got a little bit of texture in here, and I'll explain the color palette here in just a minute. I've got an idea, and it just came to me for the rest of the base, but this is what we're doing right now. We are adding some lighting in, and if you haven't seen this yet, that's the custom glowstone texture that we've been using, and I really quite like it, especially when it's put behind this blue stained glass that we're about to add in here in just a moment. Once we get that filled in, there we go, and I really like the way that that looks. So basically what these little sections are that we're putting together, they're little pods where the armor stand and armor and sword for our patrons are going to go, and then we'll put their names above their set of armor so that we know who it belongs to, because basically the backstory of this is that the patrons are the soldiers of Reverb Outpost that protect and keep this place going. So that's kind of the idea for this room, and I'm going to finish up this lighting, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so all of our lighting is in place. We've got our armor and armor stands and our signs so that we can write the patrons' names above their armor set so that we know who it belongs to. I just love the look of this place. It's looking so cool so far. And this is going to only expand even further as more patrons are added to the armory. And so we're going to go ahead and put down the armor for our first patron, and I'll explain why here in just a second we're using iron armor. Let's go ahead and pose you like that. I really like that one. Perfect. So this first armor set belongs to a patron who's been supporting the channel for the last couple of months, and her name is Jamie Z-I-E-B-E-L-L. Jamie Zeeble. Forgive me if I've mispronounced that, but thank you so much for your support over these last couple of months. I really, really appreciate it. And while we're setting up for the next patron's armor stand, the reason why we're using iron armor is because simply this. It's camouflaged. If you're going to go outside in the snow, you're going to blend in while you're wearing iron armor, and you'll be able to hide better from the enemy that comes to raid the Reverb Outpost. So that's kind of the idea behind why we're going to do that. This next patron that we are going to recognize just joined up this last month and is at the tier to be a part of the patron realm, and their name is That Red Fox 33. So thank you so much for your support. I really, really, really appreciate it. And I hope you're having fun on the patron realm. There's a lot of cool stuff going on there. If you're interested in joining up with that, be sure to check that out on my Patreon website. And our last patron for today has been with the channel since pretty much day one. This guy has been commenting on my videos and been so encouraging since the beginning, and his name is Warbringer, and it's spelled W-A-R-B-R-N-G-R-R. Warbringer. And this guy also has a YouTube channel. It's been a while since he's posted. I think he's pretty busy, but he's got a couple of really cool videos that he has posted in the past, and I believe he's done like a blaze farm, which is awesome. Be sure to go check that out if you have a chance to do that. But Warbringer, thank you so much for your support as well. He is also part of the patron realm, and I believe we're going to be adding one more person potentially in the next month in December. So the patron realm is growing. There's a lot of activity going on the realm, a lot of builds going up, and just a lot of fun being had. And I've popped over there myself a couple of times. I haven't really had a chance to build much other than the Welcome Center, but who knows, maybe I'll even make a video someday just showing you guys what's going on the realm, in case you're curious about that. You guys know the drill. Who inspired you to do YouTube, and did you have any other games you would want to post on your channel? Evander Span. I am so sorry if I butchered that name. But great question. Who inspired me to do YouTube? I've been watching Minecraft YouTube for probably the last 4 or 5 years now. And it's pretty much been as long as I've been playing the game as well. I can't remember how many years it's been, but I started playing Minecraft when 0.8 was still a thing, right before they introduced Infinite Worlds, so I still had the pleasure of playing on those incredibly tiny worlds, where you could run from end to end in literally less than 2 minutes. It was so small, but the day they introduced Infinite Worlds was a game changer, literally. But that's not part of the question. The question is, who inspired you? So the first person that I discovered on YouTube was Mumbo Jumbo. I was looking for information about the game because it just came up in a random conversation that I should give Minecraft a try. And I'd never really heard of it or seen much of it, and I just picked it up on the App Store. I was like, okay, it's $6. You know, it's the #1 selling game on the App Store. Okay, I'll give it a try. If it's the #1 selling game on the App Store, maybe there's something to that. And so I downloaded it, and I'm like, what is this? I don't even know what to do. I have no idea what in the world I'm doing. So I looked up on YouTube just random Minecraft video content kind of stuff. And somehow I stumbled upon Mumbo Jumbo's Let's Play. And he was just getting started with Hermitcraft. It was Season 2 of Hermitcraft when I discovered Mumbo Jumbo. And I think he was already like maybe 2/3 of the way through that season, and so I just started watching from the beginning, and I'm like, this is insane. This is some pretty cool stuff. His base was really cool. It was like a jungle base kind of theme with a big circle around it. He does a lot with circles, and maybe that's where I get my obsession with circles as well. It was just really fun to watch his content, and I watched it for years and years and years, and then I started adding more YouTubers to that content, and a lot of them are from the Hermitcraft server that I watch, and then I discovered, hey, you know what? There's a big difference between the Java edition is what it's called now, but PC Minecraft back then. Big difference between Java and Pocket, and so I was like, I wonder if there's any Pocket Edition YouTubers that I could watch to get tips on how to play the same version that I'm playing. And I discovered, I don't know if you guys remember Nebs Gaming, but he hasn't made videos for quite a while. I watched him a lot, I watched Jack Frost Miner a lot, and then through those guys I discovered people like Dallas and Daphne Elaine, and came across Echo Soldier, and then, you know, all the people that you guys probably watch as well. I ran across all those guys, and then just one day I was bored, and I was home by myself. My family was out of town, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna record a video, and we'll see where this goes. And so here I am today, and I've had the pleasure of meeting all of the people and discovering all of the people through the Unity SMP. Some of them I knew, not personally, but some of them I knew of before that, and some I have met because of that. So it's been awesome. So I hope that answers your question. Great question. I loved being able to tell that story. All right, so I've done quite a bit of work in here, and this place closely reflects the opposite side of the hall, the armory over there. So this is the barracks. We've got a little bit of a divider system here so that, you know, there's a little bit of privacy. You've got a roommate, but you've got, you know, your own space so that you're, you know, able to sleep when other people are still up and about. And we'll put down some chests here and a chest there. And this room, again, will expand as we add more subscribers to it. It'll just be a long hallway of beds, and it's going to be awesome. So let me go grab some signs, and we will recognize our first subscriber. And the first subscriber being added to the subscriber barracks is Slime Boy. This guy has been so active in the comments section recently, just leaving lots of encouraging comments and questions and different things like that. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. And I'll add more of you guys as time goes on. As I mentioned earlier, the blue concrete is going to be representative of the blue district of Reverb Outpost. And I think that would be cool to add more colors as we add more wings to the base. And that should be pretty easy to do because the color palette in the base as a whole is pretty neutral. So we can add any color we want to any wing that we want. And I think that'd be a fun idea. So let me know what you guys think about that. We can have like a red district and an orange district and whatever color we want throughout the Reverb Outpost. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time that I've got for today. A little bit of a shorter episode than normal, but I am just so pressed for time right now because it is a crazy busy week at work, and I've got a lot of stuff going on with family this weekend, and I just don't have a whole lot of time to put into making videos. So I hope you enjoyed the couple of builds that we did today. These will be ever expanding as more patrons are added to the armory and as more subscribers are added to the barracks. A lot of potential for both of these rooms. So the other thing is the floor in here and the floor in the barracks across the hall, I'm not super thrilled about. I want to do something to spice it up a little bit, but I didn't have time to put together a design for this episode. So if you guys have a design, feel free to design a floor and send it to me over on Twitter. I would love to see what you could come up with, and potentially, if I like it, then I could add it to the world, and I could give you credit for that. So let me know if you've got a cool idea. If you're interested in being added to either of these two rooms, be sure to go check out my Patreon page. There's a lot of really cool rewards, including being added forever to this particular build. And if you want to be added across the hall in the barracks, be sure to be active in the comments section and leave me, awesome notes in the comments. But for now, my name is BluJay, and I've got to fly on out of here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.